If you're having trouble with mathematics, numbers getting problematic, don't you panic. Check MathWiz, the best math tutor on the planet. From fraction to algebra, simple maths, add up some trigonometry into that. Learning math is fun with MathWiz, and that's a fact. We're rooting for you.
Hi everyone, welcome to another MathWiz Academy video. I do hope if this is your first video that you will totally enjoy it. And for those persons who are returning, it is a pleasure to have you back here with me. All right, so we're still on solving linear equations. And for today's class, we're going to be looking at, if we have division on one side, how do we take it to the next side? The first thing we want to note is that fractions are used to represent division. And I would have mentioned this in the previous video. So for example, if you have a fraction a over b, you can also read it as a divided by b, right? So for example, right, if we have 4 over 2, I'm saying another way that we can write this is to say it rather, is to think of it as 4 divided by 2, which is 2. Now, I would like for us to think about it that way because it will help us when we're solving our linear equations if we can look at our fractions as division. So, let us go ahead and look at an example where we are to solve for x. So, we have example 1. We have x over 2 is equal to 4, and we are told to solve for x. So in a case like this, based on what I would have just indicated, right, we can look at this as x divided by 2. Now you don't literally need to write the division sign, but that is how I would want you to say it, and based on what I just shared with you, you should be convinced that it is correct to say it that way. Right, so in this case, because the 2 is divided, right, when we take it to the opposite side, I am going to multiply. So for this video, we are looking at how we change the division sign to multiplication when we're going to the other side, right? And your teachers may have said something like, multiply both sides by whatever the number is. So for example, some of you, your teachers may tell you to multiply both sides by 2, right? But that can get a little complicated, and hence we will be sticking with just what do we do to the opposite side, right? So since this 2 is divided, when we take it to the opposite side, we multiply, right? So we keep simple things simple. And 4 multiplied by 2 is going to give us 8. All right, let's go ahead and try another one. Of course, if you want, you can always pause the video, write your notes, and then press play to continue. All right, so let's say we have x over 7 is equal to 3. Right, that's the same thing as saying x divided by 7, right? So since this 7 is divided, when we take it across, we are going to multiply. And 7 times 3 is going to give us 21. All right, let's try one more example before I give you 2 to try on your own. All right, so let us say we have 4 is equal to x over 8. So even if it's on the opposite side, right? So the 8, which is divided, when you take it to the left-hand side, you do the same thing, which is to multiply. And yes, it doesn't matter if you put the 8 in front. I like to just, whenever I'm carrying stuff over, always to put it behind. That is a MathWiz Academy, I guess, study tip that we give here. It is less likely for you to mess it up when you put the thing that you're carrying over behind, right? So 4 times 8 is going to give us 32. Okay, so I would like for you to try to go ahead and solve. So you can go ahead, pause the video, try to work it on your own, and then when you're finished, press play to see the solution. All right, so provided you just work it out on your own, we have x over 5 is equal to 6. So the 5, which is divided, then we take it across. We are going to multiply. And 6 times 5 is 30. All right, going to give you one more to try, and then we're going to call this video finished for this session. Okay. All right, so again, you can pause the video, go ahead, work it out, and then you can press play for the solution. All right, provided you have worked it out, the 5, which is divided, when you take it across, go ahead and multiply. And 2 times 5 is going to give us 10. Okay, I do hope you found this video useful. Of course, these questions can get a bit more complicated depending on if you were supposed to, for example, multiply by positive and negative numbers, but you do want to use these videos to ensure that you have cemented the foundation skill at work, and then when we're working other questions, you'll be able to, make it more complicated. Of course, if you like this video or if you found it useful, go ahead and leave a comment below. Be sure to share with your friends. As usual, at Mathways Academy, I am here rooting for you. I cannot wait to hear all the good reviews and the good just results whenever you guys do your exams. So for those preparing, just continue to stay encouraged, and I'll catch you in the next video.